Hello folks, this is Fuzzfinger. Welcome back once again to our Let's Play for Ni no Kuni. We finished off in the previous episode just as we entered Smoky the volcano area, which is the Molten Mountain. So we're now going to progress further today. This is part of the story, it's nothing optional. You have to do it in order to continue. So we're just going to take control of Maito here and see if we can demolish these two enemies. The enemies here are a little bit tough actually, so just make sure that you've got some decent levels before you come into this place. If you haven't, you might just want to do a little bit of farming or a little bit of grinding out in the, what's it called, Shimmering Sands, which is the area that connects to the mountain. And the enemies here also drop all the items you need to metamorphose your familiars. Although be careful about metamorphosing them all, since they go to level 1 and this area, which is tricky enough as it is anyway, will become all the more tricky. There's nothing for us to do up here, so I'm not going to go up there just yet. There is a bounty hunt later on, or an errand or something, where we have to go up there. So we will be coming back at some point, but we can't do that at the moment, so I'm not going to bother. I believe there's a purple chest down here which we can't open yet, so I'm not even going to bother with that. It's quite linear, as most of the dungeons have been so far. But be prepared for quite a difficult boss battle. There is a red chest here we can open. Although I am going to defeat this ruffian type enemy before we proceed further.
Here we go.
If you have water or wind attacks, then you'll do well here. As you can see, Maito is not great. Most of his attacks are causing less damage. Now we can capture this ruffian if we want to, but I don't. So we'll just carry on killing him as normal. The ruffians do drop an item called Planet Drop, which you can use for metamorphosing, or whatever that word is. Okay, so I'm just going to check that we're okay health wise, and we are. Things were getting a little bit rough in that battle. There's a moon drop, and I am just going to grab the chests we can grab at the moment. So there's going to be a junction up here, and I'm just going to take us west, where there are some items we can nab. There's quite a few encounters around here. Most of these enemies are varieties of enemies we've seen before. I'm going to take Oliver for this battle and see if he can do anything of interest. He does have frostbite, but it doesn't really do a lot of damage. Not as you'd expect anyway, seeing as how we're by a volcano. You really need water damage to do anything of any value. So we'll go back to Maito for now. Maito's pretty awesome. If Esther's not going to grab that, then I'll grab it. Esther, of course, does use quite a bit of MP, seeing as how she goes around healing us. Where would we be without her? Dead, probably. So we're going to head to the west. There's only chests, as I mentioned, down here. Nothing too exciting. Except some more enemies, of course. Now, I have levelled quite a bit because I was collecting some of the creatures for the errands that we needed earlier. If you haven't done some grinding, then you might find this place a little bit on the hard side, in all honesty. Let's take that green thing, the green orb, once the ruffian's dead. Oh, we've got another green orb as well now. Maito's not brilliant here because a lot of the enemies are resistant to his attacks. But he's just about doing the job that we want him to do, so I'm not going to grumble, at least not for the time being. If you watch the channel regularly, I've decided I'm going to be sticking to a more fixed schedule at the moment. You might be aware that I'm doing a SimCity Let's Play as well. We're going to be doing that, or continuing to do that, on a weekly basis, and I'll be uploading videos for that on a Monday. And then for Ni no Kuni, I'm looking at scheduling uploads for Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. I'm doing Ni no Kuni 3 days a week simply because obviously it's quite a long RPG, and if I only stuck to one upload a week, then it would probably take years to actually complete the game, or months at least. It's probably going to take months anyway, but I'd rather stick to 3 a week. I think that's more reasonable. Especially since I don't want to go for like hour-long episodes. They can just be tedious to watch. Just bear with me while I remind myself how to open this blue one. It's been a while since I've done one of the blue ones. We'll grab the red one for now. And we obtained a sandwich. Lovely. A phoenix feather. Oh, there's probably something to do with resurrection, isn't it? Bringing characters back to life. Now we can open a blue one, I know that for a fact. But I've completely forgotten how to do so. Okay. I did spring lock, didn't I? It said nothing happens. Oh well, we got a set of flame robes. I guess he didn't want to work the first time. Right, who can we give these to? Maybe to Esther? Leafy mantle? Nope. Well, he's already using some flame robes. We could give them to Go-Go here. I think we will, since how he is active in battle quite a lot of the time. Those flame robes are good as well, just for generally protecting your vulnerable party members. Let's see if we can dodge those. I don't really need to grind at the moment. As I mentioned, I did quite a bit of that on the map before I came here off camera. And it seems the enemies aren't really too interested in fighting me anyway. He says as they all come charging at us at once. What happened there? Where do they come from?
Stay calm now.
Okay, but we need to run away now with Oliver. Let's try Thumbo for a bit, shall we? Psycho. And we'll go wild. Actually, that's kind of rubbish. Normally Go Wild does quite a bit of damage, but it hasn't today. Right, I've boosted Oliver's attack, so let's see if we can do something decent with Oliver. We'll go for a good old frostbite again. No. Didn't do much at all. I think we should stick back to using Mito. Even though he's doing blue damage, he's quite powerful anyway. So he tends to finish them off quite quickly. It's a good choice. It's a good choice. We're still getting quite a few levels as well, to be honest. So I'm not going to complain about that. And what's going on here? Well, this doesn't seem good. In fact, I've just thought why... what's his name?
We can do this!
Mito is actually doing not as much damage. It's because we gave him the flame sword, didn't we, earlier? And all of these enemies being fire elemental. Or most of them anyway. going to enjoy being hit by that thing. Just kill him, I don't want to capture him. Yeah, so as I was mentioning, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday is the schedule for Ni no Kuni. This is going to pretty much be from next week. Now, so Wednesday to Friday Ni no Kuni, Monday will be SimCity. Tuesday, I have got a plan for Tuesday, but I'm not totally sure whether I'm going to go ahead with it or not yet, so I'm not going to say anything about that just yet. But it will be for a new series. I might post a comment about it at some point, just to see what people think. But also there's a couple of games coming up that I want to do some Let's Plays on that haven't yet been released. But as they get closer to release, then I might talk about those as well and how we can slot those in. Right, I've come onto here to check Maito's equipment. So he's got the burning blade, which is great, apart from the fact that it's not really doing a lot of damage to the enemies, which is why I've now given him the well-worn sword, or the bone sword rather. The well-worn sword doesn't do too much damage, unfortunately. So, typical dungeon really this, but it's nice that you get a whole variety of environments in this game. And that's more like it. Oh, that's a nasty attack. But at least we're not doing blue damage anymore. Right, I am going to get Esther healed, unless she somehow levels up here, but I don't know if she's going to, is she? Nope. Of course, when your characters level up, their whole party gets their health back. So we'll go to the bottomless bag. Spam a couple of those. White breads. Let's get some MP back. So sandwiches are good, they restore 100 health. If we've got anything else that... The Great Sage's Secret are nice, but I don't want to waste those if we can help it. There's the tikka masala that we made. So we've got some health healing stuff, but not a whole lot of MP healing. Now before we go across the bridge, there is a chest down here which contains another burning blade. So if you've got another familiar that uses swords, you'll definitely want to take that. And now we'll cross the quite terrifying bridge actually. You don't want to fall off that, do you? And at the speed we were running, that was certainly something possible to do.
Come on, you guys! Here goes!
Let's see what Maito can do now he's got his bone sword. He can go back to cloning, look. That's what he's good for. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. I do love this fella, I really do. Okay, that's our Sunday. I'm not sure what that'll give us. I'm just going to check if we have any chocolate we can give to Maito. I thought we did, you see, but I must have already given it to him. We can increase Maito's magical defense, so we may as well do that. I'm not going to metamorphose any of our characters, since how we don't want them de-leveling at this point. But we are going to call the episode here. We're going to carry on going through Old Smoky next time, so please join me for that. Subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date with future episodes and future releases. I hope you've enjoyed this. Post a comment and share this video with your friends. That really helps to make the channel grow, and that of course keeps me making new videos. So thank you for joining me. I've been Fuzzfinger, and I'll see you for more Ni no Kuni next time. Bye for now, folks.